Thanks to everyone for another fantastic year. 2014 has seen great services being delivered to our students. We've kept our systems going, all systems functioning well, yet also been through a period of significant change. When we started the year, we agreed to some changes that we knew would strengthen us for the future. We could see change coming, but little did we realise how much change. 2015 shaping up to be an amazing year for higher education as the legislative changes currently before government are considered. So Griffith will be entering a very competitive time, and we're really well placed to support them thanks to the work that we've done this year, so timing couldn't have been better. But to kick off the In Snapshot video this year, I'd like to hand over to someone far cuter than me.
The aim of the Visitor Centre is to convey excitement about the learning, teaching and research and industry linkages that Griffith has. We'd like to be able to get people to come in and experience things in an interactive way. We've got this large screen behind me. The idea behind that is we've got a platform there where we can display virtually any kind of digital content, and that makes the place much more flexible so we can use it for a variety of different purposes. We've also got some other interesting content here, like the augmented reality sandbox. We've got a nice little mountain here, and then the cloud comes floating over and makes it rain. And now we can see how the water runs off the landform. So one of the other content projects that we worked on was modelling in 3D the Samuel Griffith Centre. And the idea is that people can walk around the building and look at some of the interesting components of the energy system, the unique energy system in this building. The groups that have come through so far have been really engaged, they've enjoyed the experience, so what we've tried to do is create lots of hands-on experiences where they can be entertained but also learn something while they're doing so.
The 2014 Security Awareness Campaign has been an in-depth process of communicating via email, postcards, going to market day events. So the benefits of the campaign have been an increase in security awareness, an understanding of personal data protection requirements, and an increase in password management techniques. We've enabled both staff and students to have a greater awareness of how their information needs to be protected. With the G20 event taking place at South Bank, Griffith University is a key participant in a number of ancillary events and is a hosting venue. We are very interested in protecting the university's brand from any attack which might take place from both the internet and an internal presence. We are looking to protect the university's information resources to ensure continuity of service for staff and students over that time period.
In the last 12 months we developed 2 social media campaigns, Tell Us About Your Favourite Library Space and also the Library Shelfie campaign. We're looking for a way to not only engage with students digitally but also to capture the essence of the library. And it's been a great success. I mean, the quality of the student artwork was amazing, and then we ran a mini exhibition afterwards, so students could actually then come in and see the other work that students did in the physical spaces. Based on the success of the last 2, that we'll continue to do it because the students now no longer think of it as the library, it's their library, it's our library. So that's been a major indicator of success for us.
I chose to be involved in this competition because it can explore my photography interests, and so it was a way of expressing the library is more than just a studious environment, and that it can be a relaxing, comfortable place to be in as well. It's just very different to every other library. Other libraries normally just have individual study spots. There's little colour, and this one is very colourful, so it brings out happiness. My favourite spot in the library would be upstairs in the 2nd level, and it looks like a little garden rather than having just tables and seats, which provides like a different setting and environment and changes the feelings of being studious.
We're very lucky because we have strong commitment at the state government level, direct from the Premier, to make Queensland data open. Griffith has a commitment to being a university of influence. It wants to make a positive difference to the world in which we live through its research, through its graduates. It made a lot of sense for us to be there at the beginning to help get Queensland really established as a leading state. And the Open Data Institute provides that opportunity.
Let me first say that the most important role that Griffith University has performed to date was as a co-founder. I think that Griffith has been instrumental from the start in providing a level of thoughtfulness and, if you like, stability. We need a major university with an instinct and a mandate to be imaginative, to explore and to innovate. I think that's Griffith.
Our vision with the Open Data Institute Queensland is to create a world-class open data culture, and the outcome for that will hopefully be tangible public value for Queenslanders. We see Griffith University making a significant contribution around a couple of our main work streams. The first of those being educating, nurturing, training a generation of open data entrepreneurs, and secondly in relation to our research and standards development for open data.
BCCVL is a $2.6 million project which exemplifies Griffith's ability to take complex scientific problems and produce very usable software which reduces the time for researchers to do their work.
The system itself caters to species distribution modelers and people who are interested in projecting those climate layers into the future. So a number of researchers have actually said it's dropped the time for an experiment to run from 3 months down to about 5 to 10 minutes.
It really places Griffith University at the forefront of e-research and what we call big data. So these new high-performance computing and mass data storage capacities and the ability to access them in the cloud is really changing how we do research in all fields. These new e-research facilities enable us to ask and address new kinds of research problems that previously we were unable to. So this means we can investigate many more problems at greater depth and much more rigorously.
The scholarly communication landscape is changing. A lot of our resources are now electronic and we need to manage those as best possible. We have joined a pilot project, Knowledge Unlatched. It is a partnership of libraries from around the world who have joined together to reduce the cost of making quality scholarly resources available. So one of the things that we're doing in refreshing the collection is that we're actually deselecting items and removing them from our collection. One of our international students had noticed this happening in the library and suggested that he would have a repurpose for those items back in his homeland of Liberia.
This library project idea has been something that I've been thinking about for years, and when I came over here with all this opportunity and what I've achieved in terms of education, I felt that I've got a significant role to play in terms of supporting those in need. Library is a source of building community, sense of connection, where we all go and feel belong. I know with these books, folks back home will benefit greatly.
The Scholars Hub has a couple of objectives. The key one is to extend the Research Hub to all academics. The second is to provide business lenses. We've successfully completed the Griffith in Asia lens, which really shows the expertise and depth of Griffith University within the Asia Pacific area. And it did this through an interactive map. You can click on any area within the Asia Pacific, and this will showcase information of all the academic experts, the news and the publications in an easy one-stop site for industry and media and HDR students to locate their supervisors.
I make strange digital artwork. I love it. It changes the way people see art and literature, which I think is amazing. But one thing oftentimes it lacks is sort of that academic background, some of that exegetical research that goes into how I made it, what I did, what kind of scholarly work is being done around it. What the Research Hub does, for me at least, is it really gets a sense of how is my work being perceived by academics out there. So it really adds a new facet to what I do, and if people want to delve into my work, to find out who studied it, who's written about it, they can go to this one place and find all that information. The Research Hub really gives us the ability to spread our work out into the world. So if someone's writing an article about physics or digital art, they can come to this Research Hub and they can find who are Griffith's experts. So have your work in there really gives you a chance of having whole new partners, whole new worlds opened up for your work.
The benefit of the research storage service is it allows researchers to store their data in a way that conforms to the university's best practices and the guidelines around storing research data. The feedback from users has been positive. They like the way that they can use the research storage service from either a Mac, a PC, a Linux computer, or from mobile devices. They like the fact that it's an easy-to-use interface and that they're able to quickly and easily share their research data with other researchers who might be at Griffith or externally in other institutions.
So I could invite you, and then you have an account. You can then share things with me and we can both collaborate. We have a number of improvements scheduled. We're looking for long-term storage, and we also want to try and tie in with other systems that are doing similar things like the Research Hub.
This year I was able to go to the Oracle Open World Conference. We were awarded the Oracle Global Award for use of their middleware. It is a fabulous thing to be selected worldwide, and it just shows the capability of the staff that we have within INS, right through from our architects who are able to identify use of such software and how it can be used and how it can be put together, right through to the project teams under people like Barbara Buckley, who then developed the front end and had the integration piece done. So there's a real feather in the cap to a lot of the staff within information services. From the student point of view, some of the benefits they'll actually see is that improved capability of the information that they get at the time of doing enrolment. So therefore being able to pick their class, their tutorial and all of that, and then be able to see the view of how that is coming together for their timetable. We're able to increase the performance of that around about 4 times. So the actual delays that they were experiencing of actually being able to log into the system and use the system have now in the main gone away.
So, you want to make a video. Here are our top 10 tips. Clean up your set and be prepared to put some elbow grease into it.
That's it, you got it.
Make everyone look and feel beautiful, girls and boys. Ask good questions to keep your talent interested.
Interesting question there.
Allow your talent to talk at length, but be ruthless when it comes to your final cut.
So rattle on.
Rattle on, rattle on.
Yeah.
Put props in the hands of professionals. You don't want any incidents. Praise your talent. We all like to hear how great we are.
You've got to tell all those managers that it was very good.
He's really good.
Thank you.
Be generous on set. Nobody likes to work for peanuts.
Your reward.
Amazing.
Include animation in your video. If you have no budget or talent for animation, do puppetry instead. Know how to spot the celebrities in your lineup and hand them the floor.
Hi, I'm Hamish.
And I'm Andrew.
And we're more successful than them.
They're richer than us.
They are way richer than us, yeah.
But you do have a boat and a jet ski.
License.
Oh. I thought you had a boat.
I got a hat.
And finally, if all else fails, give us a call. We provide professional cleaning and video production services. All right, that's a wrap. See you next year.